I remain very optimistic about the future as long as I think we can sort of get past the dogma of thinking that capitalism is all about greed and that globalization is all about spreading the wealth around and draining the wealth from your particular country, because unfortunately we're seeing a lot of that now. But I do think that I am very hopeful that we are embarking on a time where young people like you that have actually taken the initiative to take some time off in the summer when you could all be having a much better time, you know, enjoying your final couple of summers in high school as before you embark onto college, and same thing with college before you embark on a career. I must say that it gives me great hope to think that whereas for me, I needed to actually be talked into, persuaded, and found to go and do this thing that I did as a trader in China, that my undertaking was special. Obviously, your undertaking is a matter of choice. You guys woke up one day and said, hey, I want to belong to that program. And that's what gives me great hope, because that program didn't exist. I was very lucky, as I said before. You know, sometimes in life, you're better off being lucky than being good. I was certainly very lucky to have Mr. Scheuer find the talent in me that I didn't see. But, you know, now, like I said, 35 years back, or looking back over 35 years, and I start to realize how important his words were to me, even though it wasn't a book. There was no manual. It was just the way he was so passionate about his articulating the point of globalization and acceptance and tolerance. And we embarked on this road of what we call intellectual humility. I write an awful lot about it. And I think that intellectual humility is sort of the foundation of social responsibility, benevolent capitalism. We need as a society to, I believe, hope that the next generation looks way beyond the idea that they should join the smaller part of the what we'll call the line or the wealth gap. And I think it would be more important for this generation to understand that we can actually make this world a much better place, regardless if you are a trader or a lawyer or a doctor. Doesn't really matter. It only matters that your mindset is of which that you understand that we live in a world that needs to advance. And we need to advance the planet as well as advance the people on this planet. And the only way that really works is it really has to start with everybody getting excited about being part of that part of their own future. And for me, it was being an entrepreneur. And I lecture entrepreneurs all the time on how difficult it is to be an entrepreneur, because you need to be sort of born with the DNA to have an entrepreneurial edge. You don't have to be the smartest person. I think you need to be articulate. I think you need to be creative. I think you need to be passionate and purposeful. But something tells me that a room full of high school and young college students sitting in a cafeteria at 8:20 at night in Beijing sort of allows me to believe that there is at least a strand, maybe even more than that, of entrepreneurial DNA in every single one of you. And that's really where I come in. I'd like to always help people sort of pursue their entrepreneurial goals, but I like to think that I will help them pursue it not for the purpose of becoming the next, richest person in the world, but actually becoming the next most helpful person in the world to actually spread the idea that we can actually grow and help people grow. And that's what social responsibility is.